So dear students, how are you? I think you are all well by the grace of Almighty Allah. I am also well. I am here once again towards you to take a class on English second paper. I think you are somewhat worried about English grammar. So I am here to make you relaxed or feel easy on English grammar. So don't be worried. Try to keep in touch with me. Especially our Bakirganj online school is here to provide you all the facilities so that you feel easy and comfortable. So today I am going to start my class 1 English second paper, especially for class 9 and 10. Some students informed me they feel somewhat discomfort in answering English second paper. That's why I am here to make you understand English grammar in an easy and lucid way. So don't feel uneasiness. I think you are worried staying at home because for a long time you are staying at home and you are not keeping in touch with your educational institution. That's why you are somewhat away from your study. So you fail to continue your study. That's why you may not take it easy at first, but try to understand the situations. We are all in a trouble of corona, so try to stay with me and also stay with our Bakirganj online school. It will provide you all the facilities. Again, I am telling to you, our education officer, especially our Upazila education officer, inspired us to continue our schools and the sessions. So you will find all the sessions here in our school. So I am going to start my class. Dear students, before answering the questions, you must read the questions again and again and try to understand what the questions ask to do. So read the questions, fill in the blanks with the words from the box. So you see here are 10 blanks. You have to fill the blanks with the words from the box. Here are some words in the box. You have to use these words in each of the gaps, choosing their proper positions. Let's see the next sentence of the questions. You may need to change the words. You may need to change the form of some of the words. So sometimes you have to change the form of the words that is given in the box. According to their positions, you have to change the form. That means here you see different kinds of parts of speech are here: noun, adjective, adverb, etc. So according to the positions, you may need to change a noun into adjective, verb or adverb. So you have to know the formation of words also to fill the gaps. Then see, you may need to use one word more than once. Sometimes you may need to use one word again and again or repeatedly to fill the gaps and to make the sentence meaningful. So these things you must remember before answering the questions. So at first we have to see the words from the box and try to guess the meaning of the words. The first one is one. That is a prepositions, you know. And you also know the positions of a prepositions. If you remember the definition of a prepositions, you can easily choose the positions of a prepositions. You know, prepositions are the parts of speech that is used before a noun to relate another word in a sentence. Wrote is also it's a noun. So noun is used at the very beginning of the sentence as a subject, or maybe used as an object, or after the adjective we can also use noun. To is another prepositions proper. It's an adjective, you know. Adjective is also used before a noun to modify a noun, or after a linking verb we can use adjective. By is also a prepositions. Then it's a linkers. So you can use this type of word or linkers to make a link between a sentence or among the sentence or phrase or words, etc. A, you know, a is a article. You know what is article? Its article is also a part of adjective, and article are of two kinds. One is definite article and the other is indefinite article. Let's see the next word, that is speak. It is a verb. You also know the positions of a verb. Generally, a verb is used after a subject. Sometimes, or some sentences we see verb is used at the very beginning, or only a verb can make a sentence also. So these are the words. So we have to use these words in the gaps here to complete the gaps. At first, we see the very beginning of the passage, a sentence: learning is dash continuous process. You see, learning, it's a subject of the sentence, is a verb. Then the gaps. Continuous, it's an adjective. Process is a noun. It's a, singular common noun. It's a singular common noun, and we know before a singular common noun we can use article, especially indefinite article, a or an. But before using the article, we have to see after the gaps the words begins with a consonant. So if the words begins with consonant, you have to use article a, not the other article here. Let's see the next sentence. So the first sentence, the answer of the first sentence is learning is a continuous process. The next sentence, learning a language depends on a process based dash language skill. So based take a preposition, that is one. So this preposition we have to use here, based on language skill. Let's see the sentence again. Learning a language depends on a process based on language skills. Let's see the next sentence. We need to practice 4 skills. dash learn a language dash. In this sentence there are two gaps. So to fill the first gap, we have to see the words after the gap, that is learn, and it's a verb in a present form. So we must use preposition to before the verb in a present form to make the verb into non-finite one. So the answer will be 2. We need to practice 4 skills to learn a language, and then there is a gap. So this gap needs a word that can modify the whole sentence or the verb of the sentence, and we know what can modify a verb, adjective and adverb itself, that is an adverb. So we need an adverb to complete the gaps. So we have to make here the proper word is here proper, or the correct word is proper, but it is an adjective in form, but we have to change it into adverb. So the adverb of the proper is properly. So here will be the word properly. Let's see the sentence again. We need to practice 4 skills to learn a language properly. Let's see the next sentence. We learn by listening, dash, reading and writing. So you see some verbs in ing form here: listening, reading and writing. So the words are in a parallel. If we use a words here, we have to use that word in a ing form or verb plus ing to follow this structure. So here the word will be speak, but in ing form, speaking. So we learn by listening, speaking, reading and writing. Let's see the next sentence. But we have to learn not by dash but by understanding. So here needs by a preposition. A preposition follows a noun. That's why we have to use a noun, that is wrote. Wrote means cram or memorize something without understanding the meaning. So that's why here the word will be the wrote. And the sentences, let's see the sentence. But we have to learn not by rote but by understanding. Let's see the next sentence. We know that dash child starts to learn its mother tongue dash listening and lisping and dash speaking. So we know before a singular common noun we have to use article, indefinite article, and C, as the C is a consonant, that's why we have to use A. So the answer will be the A. And the next word you see here, we have to use start mother tongue. Here we have to complete these gaps using by prepositions. So the sentence will be, we know that a child starts to learn its mother tongue by listening. Preposition follows a verb with an ing form. That's why we have to use a preposition, and only one preposition is we have, but other prepositions we already have used. That's why by listening and lisping and dash speaking. here we need a connector, that is then speaking. So let's see the sentence again. We know that a child starts to learn its mother tongue by listening and speaking and then speaking. Listening and then speaking. Let's see the next sentence. Native dash learn their language easily by listening and speaking. Here you see native, that is an adjective. Adjective follows a noun. You have to also see the verb. The next verb of the sentence is learn is a plural verb. That's why your noun that indicates a subject must be in plural form. So native follows the word speak, that means speakers. Speakers, native speakers. You have to make the plural noun speak into speaker noun and then the plural of it speakers. Native speakers learn their language easily by listening and speaking. So dear students, in this way you have to answer the questions. Don't feel disappointed. To answer the questions is very easy, you see, but you have to practice. At the very first or at the very beginning you will make many mistakes, but don't feel shy. Try to practice more and more. If you practice sincerely, you can easily learn the uses of words or the formation of words, and then you can easily answer them correctly. So my dear students, I want to conclude here. If you have any questions regarding these questions or regarding these words, you may talk to me over phone or can make a comment. I will try to make you understand the questions easy or solve the questions easily so that you can answer them and take courage. So thank you. We will meet together again in the next class. Bye bye.